You are live. Guess y'all can hear me. Let me put the in the chat. There we go. There we go. What's happening? I see you. Y'all come in the room. State your name and where you're from. State your name and where you're from. What I got? Indianapolis in the house. Naptown, huh? That's what's up. I go through that. St. Louis, I go through a lot. And Naptown, I go through a lot. But what's up, Naptown? Yep. Yep. Yes, sir. What's up? What's up, Mr. Lofton? Hope you're feeling good over there. Trying to see where we want to start today. You know I can't see. Hanging in there, brother. Hey, hang on strong. We need you. We need you. Hey, one, what up? What up, Sweet Berry? I see you. I see you. I don't know why this light looks so dim. Turn this around. There we go. That's better. You can see my face now. I'm about to get the light. I got to get that light now. Sweet Bear, where you at? In Seattle, right? Ain't you in Washington State? It still look blacked out? I don't know why. I got to invest in a light. I think I got one. You can see me now? I need a light. I don't know if I need it in front of me. And I got a light in the truck, don't I? Where's that light at? I think I got a light in the truck. I can't remember. It's good now. I'm gonna get that light when I get out and put it on the stand. That's what's up. Yeah, y'all see the events that happened today, huh? Y'all see the events that happened today. Maybe that's a little better too. Yeah, we took God bless the dead. We took some casualties today, which I knew was coming. Creepy old man. He was destined to mess things up, mess up the whole pullout. Did everything but backwards, and now we got blood. I knew it was coming. Okay, so that's all I can say, y'all. Stuff is jacked up. The border's open. We got Taliban with all of the weapons. drones, surveillance equipment, pistols, rifles, shotguns. They read the list today. 208 fighter jets. There's at least one Black Hawk helicopter. It's almost 1 million guns. Plus telecommunication equipment, surveillance equipment, um, a gang of grenade launchers. So now they armed to the teeth. They can pretty much go to war with any nation now. What's up, Natasha? I see you. What's going on? Yeah, they can go to war with any nation now. So now some group, I ain't even familiar with them. ISIS K, all these names. Is the ones who's claiming responsibility for this. Um, yeah, it's a messed up situation, people. And at the same time, as you notice, instead of them trying to deal with this cluster, you know what? They was passing a bill for 5 trillion. Do you think they got them weapons on accident? Absolutely not. You know, I don't think that, Jeff. That's why I'm talking the way I'm talking. I think it was just a gift, consignment, however you want to call it. Okay. You gave him $800 billion worth of stuff. That's nah. You can't be that incompetent. So this was done on purpose. Now the plan will reveal itself here in the short term. Right now, I'm assuming it's to keep dragging us there because now they got the weapons, potential hostages, and you then did terrorist attack and kill some folks now. So yeah, I don't think we're getting up out of there. This is what we needed to go back in there with more troops, if you ask me. I ain't no military guy, but that's what it seems like to me. I could be wrong, but time will tell. So we will see. Y'all got to forgive me because I was just in traffic for at least 2 hours. It was a truck and it burned all the way up. I don't know. I guess it caught fire on the engine. That sucker was burnt all the way out, and they had the traffic backed up 2 hours. And the sun was beating down on us, and it was literally a parking lot. So I am a little tired, but I'm gonna give y'all about an hour, and then I'm going to the gym. Come back, take my shower, and I'm gonna lay it down, lay it down, lay it down. I already got my assignment for tomorrow. Thought I was gonna be off. Yep. I'm coming to your neck of the woods, Sweet Berry. Yep. So, yes, y'all. So the word is so far, from what I heard, 15 Marines and 1 Navy, and then a bunch of Afghan nationals and a few children. I'm leaving tomorrow. What you mean when? I just got picked up my assignment for tomorrow. Tomorrow. I'm leaving tomorrow. I don't know when I'm gonna get there. I ain't never been out west before, so um, I just know I'm on my way out there when I pick this load up tomorrow. Yep. So things are looking kind of funny, guys. And then creepy old man gave a speech today, basically doubled down, which I thought he would do. I don't get it, people. They destined to tear this country up. If anybody had any doubts, there shouldn't be no doubts now. Africa looking really good right now. Looking really, 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 really good. Okay. Because they're destined to mess this country up. So, um, It looks like we're gonna be in Afghanistan for the foreseeable future because he said, well, we're gonna hunt these people down. Uh, yeah, if you had to did the right thing, the civilians, the embassy staff, and ambassadors, secretaries, and the interpreters, Afghan double agents, interpreters, cooks, maids, um, all of them should have been gotten out first. They should have got out first. Okay, should have been quietly getting them out the country. Yeah, probably so. Um, then we should have been getting the equipment out, but they was quote unquote arming the Afghan military. So I guess that's how they reason why they saying that they wasn't leaving all of that equipment. It was leaving it for the military to fight the Taliban, but basically it's just a gift to the Taliban. What it was. President fled the country. Carlo owed the money. Okay, and they just handed over the whole country to the Taliban and any of the other quote unquote Islamic extremists. So now we will have to worry. But luckily, yeah, they ain't Africa ain't on their radar. So we have a place to go, people. We have a place to go. So yeah, God bless the dead, the folks who died today. You really didn't have to die, but this is the way these people want it. What else did I see in the news today? I saw the sister. I don't know her name in the Gambia. Her place got burglarized, and I guess she's giving up on being in the Gambia because of that. Um, this is what I've always talked about. Okay, you move over there by yourself. You're single. You don't know nobody. What I'm surprised is how was they able to do it with her in the house? But see, because the thing is, there's no police just riding around in police cars. The police are usually on the main roads at the checkpoints, not in the neighborhoods. So if you in a neighborhood that's a mile or so off the road, 2 miles off the road, and you in a neighborhood in an apartment, um, and to my knowledge, there's no 911. So you're literally out there by yourself. Yeah, Tay Tay. Yeah, you literally out there by yourself. So this is why I always preach community. Yep, community. Because right now she wants to come back, and she probably should. She probably should if she shook. But I'm surprised that they were able to get in while she was there. I mean, all that, all that Miss Independent. Where was it at? You know what I'm saying? Somebody broke into the house while you was there. You was, all that independence. You supposed to put it on display. You know, I'm independent. I don't need nobody. Right? I can handle my own business. There you go. Okay. This is why you need a community so you can have some cover. Right? You could have been and picked up the phone and called somebody. Hey, somebody's breaking in the house. We would have grabbed a pipe, came on over there. See, You might have got there in time to catch the guy. I'm assuming it was a guy. He was able to rip the bars off the or whatever off the window. What up, curly girl? I see you. Yeah, it's definitely unfortunate, but this is why you need a community to protect you from that. Now over here, like I said, we all we got is a loosely collection of hoods, so the neighbors have already been abandoned these hoods. So all we left with is just the people, you know, who pretty much can't get out of these hoods. And so yeah, you got to expect for them to prey on everybody. They don't look at you as being part of them. So I get it. But that's why we're trying to change these things being in Africa, you know? That's why I say people need to band together and look out for one another. Okay? We really need to look out for you. These two examples from yesterday and today should show you why we need to band together and at least live, even if we don't have just a community where it's just us, at least be in the same vicinity. You know, maybe pick like 4 or 5 blocks and we all move into those blocks. That way you can make a phone call. Hey, somebody's breaking in my place, right? I can pick up the phone, call a couple people. Let's roll over there. I bet won't nobody else break in your place. After we get through putting that West Side beat down on you. Hey, once we put that West Side beat down, let me grab me a water. Hey, we put that West Side beat down on them. I bet they won't steal nothing else. Yeah, more likely we don't want to kill them. We don't want to shoot them. Okay, it's acceptable to give them a beat down. That's pretty much standard practice throughout West Africa. You get caught stealing, it's worthy of an ass kicking. That's all they need. That's all we gotta do is catch the right one and give them that pumpkin, what we call a pumpkin head. Y'all know what a pumpkin head is? Who wants to come up? I got this where y'all can come up now. So don't be scared. Come on up and talk. There go the link. Come on up, anybody. Come on down. Know the head. Yeah. It's when your head blow up the same size as a pumpkin. Because you sustain so many blows to the head, it blows up big as a pumpkin. We call it pumpkin head. Martin has after his beat down in the ring. Exactly. We'll give you a straight up pumpkin head. That way, when you walk around, people will see how big your head is. They'll understand what happened. And that'll be like a deterrent. So when they ask you, what happened to your head? Because over there, they're not really used to seeing pumpkin heads. They might see you with a bloody nose or a busted lip. They ain't used to seeing pumpkin heads. So once a few of our continental cousins get a pumpkin head, Yeah. That's what we're gonna have to do. But it should be a wake up call. Okay. Folks that's in a desperate situation, they do these type of things. So it should be you got to make a contingencies. If you're gonna be somewhere by yourself, make sure you spend extra money into security. The walls over there are pretty thin, and when they drill into that concrete, it needs to go all the way through. So let's say this is the wall. Okay. Instead, they just drill right into it. What I would like to see them do is drill all the way through to the other side, and then you can bolt it, right? And then maybe put a 2x4, the length of the whole window, and then drill it into there, and put a nut on the other end. That way, they literally have to tear down the whole wall to get into your place. This is how we used to do trap houses here in Chicago. We would drill right through the brick all the way to the other side, and we would put 2x4s. If not, sometimes when we really had a real lucrative spot, we would drill all the way through the wall, right? And we get them long bolts with screws, whatever, all the way through. And on the other side, we'd put angle iron, right? The police would be out there for hours. We end up just flushing. We just end up flushing the toilet. By the time they finally decide to get in there, it's because we end up letting them in. But by that time, we done got rid of everything. What y'all want? Now they want to fight because they don't find nothing. We'll take some of them practices over to Africa. They ain't used to this as far as the security. Because when I've been over there and I've been watching and looking, so they don't make them, they don't do it like that. And then a lot of places you go don't even have bars on the window, especially if it's on the second floor. Like we can't climb. We can climb. How do we get on the link? You just got to click it right there. Just click the link and say Go Ham Blogs. Just click it. It'll tell you what to do. Yep. Just click it and it'll tell you what to do. So yeah, it's unfortunate. But yeah, I see right now that's what we're gonna have to do when we're building buildings and we're putting security up at the wall, at the doors and windows, we're gonna drill all the way through and put angle iron on the other side. They literally gonna have to back up a pickup truck and tie a chain to the bumper and rip the whole wall down in order to get in. We'll do the same thing with the doors. Problem solved. And get you some real dogs, ones that would actually eat flesh. Just can't get somebody that just back there barking. Roar, 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 roar. Roar, 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 roar. Then when somebody come in the yard, they start running. Roar. If you run away, roar, 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 roar. They running. You gotta have some. You gotta have some killers. We're gonna bring some blue nose and gray nose and stuff. Pits over there, and feed them gunpowder. You need some killers. That's something else we probably need. We need somebody to come over there and train attack dogs. We need a school. We can start breeding pits over there and breeding the real killers that we have over here. Some bull masters, some Doberman pinchers, some German shepherds, some pits, all them designer dogs. Leave that shit here. Yeah. Yeah, but that's what we right. Oh, you got rocks? Okay. That's cool. We'll take some Rockwilders. But we need some killers, though. Okay? But we need somebody that can train them to be obedient school. Yeah, whatever. I ain't really into dogs like that, but I guess we're going to have to get into them. They go to link again. Did you make it to your destination? Absolutely. I'm already back. I went to Detroit and back. I'm in Chicago already. Chi-town, back home. Yep. Delivered my load and I'm back. Getting ready to leave tomorrow for Washington State. Yep. Big money tomorrow. I'm gonna make that big money tomorrow. So that'll have me out there messing around for a whole week at least. But I got to get back so I can spend some time with my son. He's supposed to be in town. They go to link, curly girl. All you gotta do is click on it. It'll tell you what to do, how to get in. I already got it set up for 2 people. Yep. So yeah, we're gonna have to find some schools or start some schools for obedience training for dogs. We need some real dogs. All them designer dogs and just having dogs as companions and they all playful. Anybody can come up and rub them and no. Like, well, I heard the dogs barking. Yeah, but what did they do? Why they didn't attack the dude? So that let me know something right there. The fact that he didn't get no bites. Oh yeah, you got the wrong dogs. I can see the Pan Africans using this story to push their objective. Yeah, their agenda, but it don't work. I mean, places over here get broken into. Damn near everybody I know over here had their house broken into. So, what does that say about America? Where you claim to be from? Okay, South America. Need we say less? Mexico, right? Guatemala, Honduras, all these places. Man, they breaking in places everywhere. It's taking phones, breaking in cars. Crime is worldwide. So if you try to bring this up as excuse me, more than what it is, it ain't gonna work because crime is everywhere. You have to that's why you want some folks who think with that type of mind so we can be ahead of people who are just looking to steal. They're just looking for a quick come up. I just gave you a secret. Get them bolts this long, they go all the way through the wall to the other side. Then you put angle iron on this side, angle iron on this side. You put your gates on this side, put some washers and a bolt, 2 bolts on this end, and you crank that shit down. They would literally have to take out the whole freaking wall to get that gate off that window. That's all you got to do. And then since I'm a welder, I can come in and weld those pieces on there so they never move ever. And I can put the same situation on the doors. I can make your place burglar proof. Believe that. Because the way they do it, nah. I know when I go over there, I'm looking around, I know I can get in places. I don't do that no more, but I know I could get us in places if I really wanted to. So I already know what the Africans thinking. Shit. You know what I'm saying? They know how to get in places, but they don't know how to fortify like we do, especially when we was in the trap houses. The police be out there with the thing. Blue, 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 blue. We in there just flushing. We didn't just flush it. By the time we go over up the door, we like, what's all the commotion about? They got their guns out. Get against the wall. All right, what's up? What's up? Ain't nothing in it now, so shoot. And that's what we got to do over there, because now we see that this is something that people are going to be doing. They're going to be targeting because they feel that we have more than what we might have, right? Or we have more than what they have. So they figure we can get it again. So if you leave things the way they are when you show up to Africa and you're not thinking, a lot of them do that kind of work. So they know if they can get in or not. Even if they don't do it, they've been a helper on jobs or whatever. So they know they can get in. So now we got to outthink them. Okay. So I'm going to make sure that I build in that type of security into my designs once I start designing these houses. Yep. Exactly, Big Jeff. Don't be a soft target, because that's exactly what they're doing. They're not trying to target nobody where it's going to be a fight. One, if it's going to be a fight. Two, if you always paying attention to your surrounding. And then if you got killer attack dogs, ain't no coming in my yard rubbing my dog. Hey, he's so nice. No, you come on there, you're going to be missing your whole freaking arm all the way up to the elbow. You going to know not to come in my yard. I don't need no designer dogs. No. Y'all can have that. I want some killers. I need to do some troubleshooting. I'm on my Android economy phone, no iPhone. So when I touch the link, the only option is notification box action, report, or block. I never talk live until. You should be able to do it, because I went live on somebody else's broadcast from my cell phone yesterday, but I got an Android too. Okay, but you gonna have to figure it out because it's there. I don't know, when you tap on that link, you should be able to get right in. Are you just clicking on the words? You should better just click on it. I think that's what I did. They go to the link. Anybody else want to come up? Don't be scared. Come on up. So we can talk about some of these things that you all been seeing and I've been seeing in the news. Y'all can give y'all 2 cents on what y'all think. Yeah, we're going to bring security cameras, attack dogs, and we're going to have to do better security as far as windows and doors. All right. Then we need to get a neighborhood watch program. The link. The link is in the chat, baby. Put it in there again. There you go. Yep. Neighborhood watch, better security on windows and doors, attack dogs, right? Okay, is it letting you in? You should be able to get in from a cell phone. That I did it yesterday when I got on brother's show yesterday. I think Go Black was there and somebody else was there. While you get that, let me alarm system. I have no. Oh, what up? What up? Uh, yeah, I guess we could bring an alarm system, one that just rings, because it's no network set up. Because like alarm systems over here, the way they work is when the alarm is tripped, it's running off the phone, and it will go to a office, and they would normally call you or call the police or whatever. So they don't have none of that over there. So I guess we could get an alarm where it just rings, and then you will have to disarm it. But yeah, I guess we could get that. That, cameras, dogs, and better security at windows and doors. Yeah, that's a good one, Jay. Yeah, that's a good one. So they do have those, kind of like the ones you can put on windows and doors. I don't know why this stuff is so small. I'm trying to figure out which. uh, 20. All right. Still couldn't get in? All right. No. Oh wow. Y'all gonna have to upgrade y'all phones. I don't know what y'all working with over there. Y'all working with 10 cans with a string? What the hell? What page are you on? You got the book? Page 20. Don't. I figured it out. All right. Well, come on up then if you figured it out. Yeah, I'm gonna read page from start on page 20 because some of these things we just gotta cover so we understand and all on the same page. And then basically three basic types of people in the known universe. So Jade, if you got the book, don't shout it out. Let some of the other folks in here, since they probably don't have it yet, it'll be a good exercise for us to kind of learn together. So anybody want to try? What are the three basic types of people in the known universe? It's only three, according to our elder brother, Neely Fuller Jr. I don't know about typing the link in the chat. All I know how to do is say invite. That's what you're supposed to be doing with it. Hold on, let me try something else. Let's see. Record a separate audio, no. I like what you said. So brilliant, brain dead, and basic. That's very good. I like that. Type in the address. I don't know the address. It just says share. So you're supposed to be able to. Let me see. Screen share video file. No, it said invite. What's going on? I see you. It's in there because Joe came up the other day the same way I'm putting it in there. So I don't know what I'm supposed to be typing. There go the link. So you're supposed to be able to just tap on that same thing Joe did. Just got in. Well, what's going on, Ellis? I see you. All right, we asking a question. Who said that? Sawyer said, brilliant basic and brain dead. Not exactly. According to Neely Fuller Jr., we're asking according to this book, the code. This is the code for black folks. So we want to be on the same accord. Well, this gives us something to talk about, and we can be on the same accord. So the code is what should govern you as a black person, right? Not your feelings, right? Not your frat, right? Not your affiliations, right? Not your job description, not your education, not your degree, not how much money you got. The thing that should govern you is the code. If we use this is what this will be like a covering, it's like a protection, right? So everybody will be doing the same thing given the same circumstance. So if I gave you a scenario, if A happened, what would you do? Everybody should be given the same answer. And if everybody giving different answers, we all off code. You see how it works? Okay. But I'll give y'all one more try. 3 basic types of human beings in the known universe. Now the key is the known universe. So that's what you know. That's a little nugget. Anybody want to try it again? Try it before I tell you what the answer is. Let me see if I see anything in the chat. No. I'm seeing how to bring these up on they go to link. I'm seeing how to bring these up. Anybody else? That's it? Nobody? All right. White people, number 1. Number 2, non-white people. And number 3, anybody want to take and I gave you number 1 and number 2. Anybody want to take a guess number 3? That's a good one too, Sawyer. But no. Nope. Remember now, it's according to the code. Now we can see you. Hold on. There you go.
Hello.
Probably can't hear you, so hold on.
Can you hear me?
Let's see. Hold on. I don't know why I didn't connect this earlier.
Bluetooth. Okay, can you hear me?
It's not connected even. Hold on. Give me a second, guys. Get off the Bluetooth for the phone and try. All right, I should be able to hear you now.
Okay, can you hear me?
Absolutely.
Okay, how are you?
Good evening. I am great. Tired, but
yeah.
I live. You finally did it, huh?
Yes, I did. I had to get on my iPhone.
Okay. You got an old Android then.
Well, actually, I'm very economy. So, yeah.
That's cool. I gotta have the best because I be out here on the road, so I can't be.
Yeah.
I gotta have the best.
That's understandable.
Stuck out here in one of these neighborhoods where I don't supposed to be.
I need to have one. Well, see, this is my work phone, so I need to have another one just as well because I'm stuck in the country, and the reception is like, So yeah.
Right. Okay. Let me see what they're saying. We can hear you. I'm glad you can.
Good.
There she is. That's right.
Good.
Can't. Came through. Came through. Oh, okay, so came through. All right, we got one more. I gave y'all two. So what y'all think the third one is? Number one is white people. Number two is non-white people. What's number three?
What's the question?
The question is three basic types of people in the known universe. And this is according to our elder Neely Fuller Jr., who wrote this book. And this is what we all should be practicing as black people, because every other nation on the planet has a code that they follow.
Yes, they do.
Except us. And
Exactly.
our elder took the time to give us a code, and a lot of us don't even know about it. So I think it's um, my responsibility to make sure that we, at least if we're going to get out of here and we're going to be in Africa, at least we're going to be on the same page, and it's okay for us to have this. Okay.
Exactly.
So the first thing is to be able to classify people. So it's three groups, and you need to know this. So when somebody come to you, and like if somebody like me come to you and ask you what three types of people in the known universe, and you don't know, then what does that say? You're off code, right?
Exactly.
Right. So I need to be able to come to you, ask you what three types of people in the known universe, and you should be able to rattle away right off. A, B, C. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
So number one is white people. Number two.
Hold up. I like to take down notes.
No, you don't need to take no notes down because you're gonna order this book.
Oh, what's the book?
You don't know the book. I gave it to you all yesterday. The United Independent Compensatory Code System and Concept Workbook. No, excuse me, textbook workbook for speech, thought, and or action for victims of racism, white supremacy.
So this is like on Amazon, right?
Of course.
Okay. You know I don't like supporting Amazon, right? But I'll support you.
You got to use convenience. I don't know what the brother website is, so I know he has a website that you could probably get it. But either way, he'll still get the credit for his book. So,
okay.
The author's name is Neely Fuller Jr.
Okay.
All right, as we were saying, number three. Anybody? Oh, you cheating over this, Sweet Bear. You're cheating. I know you're cheating. I know you're cheating. Let's see. What else did you say? We can hear you. Let's see. Yep. Are you sure? Let me ask you that, Sweetberry. Are you sure that's the answer? Are you 100% positive that's the answer? What you think, curly girl? Why are you looking like that? Why are you looking like that?
That's a hard thought. That's hard thinking.
Let me see. Am I? I'm not. What? No, I'm not. You're not sure? Is it right? I don't know. That's what I'm asking you. Anybody else? We got 16 other folks. Y'all hit the like button as well. Hit the like button. Anybody else want to try it? Probably so. I don't know. Maybe it's right, maybe it's wrong.
Well, you know what? Since we are new and beginners, you should break it down to us so we will know.
Well, I got to get y'all to think. You got to be able to think now, because this is different between life and sometimes death, that we don't have a code. So it's really the exercise to kind of make you think until everybody gets the book. When everybody gets the book, then we can sit here and elaborate on some of the things that he's talking about. But I just want to try to give people.
I'm just gonna say what my thoughts. White people.
White people is number one. Non-white people is number two. What's number three? Based on your response, it's probably right. I want to know. Are you sure though? That's what I'm saying, Sweetberry. She don't know. She don't know. She just threw out an answer. That's what I'm trying to see. If she guessed it or did she actually know? See, it's a difference. If you guessed it, then we definitely got to do more work. I need you to know. It's a difference. That's why I'm not just flat out telling you what it is. Because if I say, "Are you sure?" You're like, "Oh, I'm not sure." What let's see. Green said white, black, and confused. Pretty good answers, but no, that's not it. There's her answer. White,
White,
black, and
none
confused.
white, none white, and blacks,
No,
confused blacks, the
no.
coon blacks.
We will be covered under non-whites,
Okay.
so we're already covered. We need more work. Hey, what's going on? I see you, James. What's going on? A1, B1s. That's right. All right, here's the answer. I kept y'all in suspense long enough. White supremacists.
Oh gosh.
See?
Yes.
You were right, Sweetberry, but see, you wasn't sure. See, that's why I gave you a little bit of pushback. Okay, you have to
Okay.
be sure. It's three, and who makes the classifications?
White supremacists.
Uh, Curly Girl said white supremacists. Anybody else? White supremacists for 100. Anybody else? Which which whites are not supremacists? Um, Quite a few of them are not. All whites are not white supremacists. They may be sympathizers, but everybody's not in the club. But they can be sympathizers. They can be collaborators, but everybody can't be in the club. Dominant class, nod in your head. Okay. What else is this? The dominant. Well, who makes the classifications are the white supremacists. They are by and far the smartest people on the planet. Now, before people get in their feelings, you got to look at the results of their actions. They have managed to commandeer all of the earth resources. What have we done? We don't control none of the earth resources. And out of the things that they have commandeered, they've been able to take the things out of the earth and make weapons that's so superior. They so far advanced that they literally can wipe all us off the planet whenever they feel like it. So you have to
Exactly.
give them. You have to know your enemy, because if you know your enemy, then you'll know yourself. Okay. They have figured out a way to commandeer everything. And the way they do it is by using money. They set up the school systems, and what they do is they track children. Okay. If you notice, when you go to the curriculum, the smarter kids, that's why they like to test. When they figure out who's the smarter kids, they send them off a different track than the other kids. Those kids get tracked all the way up into college. And next thing you know, they get recruited by certain companies. Who you think own those companies? Just anybody? No. And what are those people's expertise and know-how? They're exploited, right? They're exploited so the
So
white supremacists can take advantage of those said knowledge. Okay, go ahead. Question.
so run it by me again when you said that when it comes to the I can't remember what word you said, but the advanced kids,
Yes, track.
because I have a granddaughter who's she graduated number 7 in the 10th, and she's going for a doctor, and she just finished her curriculum in a year, so she's going to the university. And then I have a grandbaby who's also at a higher level just as well. And I just hear my daughter talk about how the white supremacists always honoring her. But in my mind, I'm always like, yeah, yeah. So just by catching what you just said, you know, it gives some thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, the kids may be smart, but their knowledge will be used in a way that doesn't benefit us as a people. The knowledge is going to be
Yeah,
used to benefit the system that keeps their foot on our necks. You see, when she gets out of school, we don't have institutions to hire her. She will be
exactly.
she will be working in white establishments for the
And you
betterment
know what?
of them.
Tell me if I'm right or wrong.
Okay.
In my mind, I was thinking about just trying to drill it in her head and say, tell my grandbaby, why don't you try when you finish college? Why don't you take your career to Africa? Do you think that's a good idea to try to drill it in her head to think about it, to do research and stuff like that? You know,
Yes, it's always good, but you got to catch them young. You got to catch them as babies.
yeah, she just graduated last year
From what? What grade?
from high school.
Yeah, see, high school is too late.
So I got one who's in the eighth grade.
You might be able to tap into the eighth grader. You really need to catch them around six. Between 6 and 8 is when you're supposed to catch kids. If you wait till after 8 years old, they who they are they already who they're gonna be after
Yeah,
8.
yeah,
So if you don't catch them between 6 and 8, you pretty much probably gonna lose them, and they're gonna be looking to sell their services to the highest bidders, and the highest bidders is always the white supremacists.
yeah.
The knowledge and their expertise will not go to benefit black people as a whole. It won't. It's just the world that we live in,
Yeah,
and the more that we understand that, the better it'll help. It better equipped we are, so we can try to take some of the younger kids and stop telling them about their racial history. Okay, this is who your people were in racial history. So we want to make sure that they grow up with that. So now you can probably come to them at high school, maybe college, and then they'll be more accepting to go to Africa and utilize their talents to help the people. But right now, we're basically money motivated. So we're going to sell our services to the highest bidder, and that's always the white supremacists. It's all by design. Absolutely, I
yeah,
agree.
it is. It
Get
is.
those thumbs up. Get those thumbs up. So that's why you want to know these classifications. Okay, it's only three, and they make the classifications. We don't. Okay. Now, somebody said all white folks are supremacists. No, they're not. They may be sympathizers, collaborators, but not everybody.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you on that, but I agree to the
There's no
person that,
buts. There's no
well,
buts. But go ahead.
right, no buts, but none of them will give up their privilege.
Would you give up if you was in a position you wouldn't give it up either? So you can't
True.
blame them for that. What you do is you take it from them. You don't ask nobody to give up nothing. If you
Yeah,
want something in this life, you take it. Did they get it by asking us, can we have privilege? No, they took it, right?
exactly.
In order for us to get it back or to have privilege of our own, we will have to take it. There it is, right?
True.
So that's what they did.
Yeah.
They went around the world and they conquered, and they'll tell you, oh, when you start telling them about America, oh well, this land was the Native Americans. First thing they'll tell you, we came and we conquered fair and square. That's the first thing they're gonna tell you.
Yeah.
And they have no remorse. They're not sorry, and they're not giving it back unless you take it from them.
True.
It is what it is. This is why having a code is really important. It helps us be on the same page so we don't get to talking about, well, my feelings and maybe it should go like that. No, it goes one way and one way only. We all thought that way. We'll be more in line. Plus, it would give us more power. What weakens us as a people is we have too many ideas floating around. Okay. So when we encounter certain situations, we don't know how to behave. I behave this way. You behave that way. This person behaves another way. And then we all think we're right. But we all could be wrong.
True.
We could all be wrong, but all thinking we're right. And don't get the results that we need. And that's what we're looking for. This is to help us get the same results, right? And for us not to be begging people for anything. Anything we want in this life, we have to go out and get it. Simple as that. Not in all cases. Some change like me, thanks to Dr. B and Dr. Clark. Not in all cases. Some change. I'm not sure what you mean by not in, what is it? Not in all cases. Yeah, I follow Dr. Ben and Dr. Clark, but we're talking about a code for black people right now.
Yeah. True.
This is a day to day, something that you could use from day to day, no matter where we are in the world. We should be operating off a code. And this is what this brother brought to us. Now, this is a little bit different from what Dr. Ben and Dr. Clark, they were telling us who we were in racial history, which we needed to know. We need to know that. But now, after we know who we are, we know we come from West Africa, right? We know about the transatlantic slave trade, right? We know about Jim Crows, all that other stuff, right? Now that we here, how do we get on the same page? So if I come to Kansas City, how can I be on the same page with black folks in Kansas City? What if I come to Houston? What if I come to Philly? We need a code for right now. You see? That's what I'm talking about. Let me see what else we're saying here. Race first code. Exactly. Claiming to be white. Who? I don't know who that is. To be honest with you, Sweet Bear, I don't know who that is. Hey, I don't get out much. Let me see. Y'all want me to go into the explanation? I guess you do, right? Explanation. Whites. People are people who classify themselves as white and have been classified as white, accepted as white by other folks classified as white, and who generally functions as white. Do they not? Yes, they do. It's all of the 9 major areas of activity, including economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war. Now, based off of that, what do y'all get from that explanation? What do y'all get from that? I got you. I'm with you. That's what's up. Any suggestions there, Curly Girl? No.
Because I always classify I am black, blackity black. Okay.
Yeah, that's true. But we're
That's
talking about
it.
whites. We're talking about whites now. You have to understand your enemy. If you don't know about them, it's going to be hard to defeat them or compete against them. You see? Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to know your enemy now. Running around here just knowing about yourself. I'm black, 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 black. That's cool. But now, What do you know about your enemy?
Oh my goodness.
Exactly. See what I mean? See what I'm saying?
Look, I kid you not, but
Would you get on code in America or Africa? You should be on code wherever you are in the world.
when I say there's the grass is green, and when there's a snake that's green and you can't see that snake, that's what I'm talking about. That's how deep it is. I've been there, done that. I
Okay,
studied
well,
it.
we got to go into a little bit more in depth because we need to have everybody on the same page. When we start talking about these subjects, we need everybody, whether you're going to stay here or you're going to go to Africa with us, you need to be on the same page. Now, what this sentence really means, Bob's repeat statement from the book. Yes, what this really means is the folks who classify themselves, right, as white supremacists are the ones who do the classifications. They are also the ones who control every aspect of activity. Okay? And what are those activities? I just read them, right? Economics. Do they not control economics? Yes or no?
Yes, medical.
Wait, wait,
Uh,
wait, 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 wait. Slow down,
yeah,
slow down.
yes,
Education. Do they
yes,
control education? Yes, they do.
yes,
Entertainment,
yes,
labor,
yes,
law,
yes,
politics,
yes,
religion,
yes,
sex,
yes,
and war.
yes.
Okay, Miss Blackety Black Black Black, which one do we control?
Nothing.
You see why you have to know your enemy? You see? This is the reason why they're winning and we're not. Because we
Yep,
don't control not one of these areas of activity.
exactly.
These are all the major activities of a human being. They control every aspect. That's why we lose every which way but that you can find. We lose in everything. It's the reason why your granddaughter can be tracked into the honors classes, and then when she graduates, she gets recruited by a company. Let's
Yep.
say she does really well, and she gets recruited by Monsanto's, which is the company that's putting in the most. I shouldn't say that. They are the ones who produce the most genetically modified organisms, but they taste great. They taste great. And this company may recruit somebody like your granddaughter. Now, she will make good money, maybe 100,000 plus, but the things that she will be producing for that company will actually end up hurting people that look like her. The reason why this is so is because the white supremacists control every aspect of human activity. And in order to get your kids on point, you have to be able to start telling them this stuff at 6 years old. So now you can bring them up. Yeah, okay, cool. Let them track them in whatever classes they want, as far as honor classes. But then once they get to high school or whatever, maybe we might want to take them up out of this school system and take them over to Africa. The schools over in Africa is good as well. Okay, we got very good schools over there. All right, but now we're able to see the education system from a different um, advantage point. You know what I mean? Because like if we go into a classroom over there and see what the kids are doing, and since we've been in classrooms over here, we'll be able to compare. You see what I mean? So a lot of us may think, oh, just like they think over there, they think American schools are better. I'd be like, I don't know where y'all get that from. Most of us can't read past fourth grade. Hey, you put a standardized test in front of me right now, I fail. You know what I mean? The devil's company. What up, T? I see you. So that's the reason why we have to learn these things, so we can get a better handle on our people, so we can compete and build different, what I want to say, uh, apparatuses, one, and different. I don't know how we would do it, because we got to figure out a way. I'm looking at like what the Jewish folks do, and the synagogue folks. They have class in the in the basement of the synagogue. And guess what those studies, what they're studying down there?
What's that?
Finance. That's why they are
Yeah.
economic powerhouse in every country that they go into, because they study outside of school. And from what I've been told, they study in the basement of the synagogue. So maybe we need to set up something similar to that. Maybe we'll create um, community centers when we get to the motherland. And then there's where we're going to teach the sciences and stuff that the schools will not teach. The more advanced sciences, right? And then also into economics, because we need to become an economic giant, especially once we get a chance to get some of the resources out of the ground over there. Okay. How do you process them? How do you get them on the world stage? And how do you be able to command the proper amount for those raw materials? Right now, they're basically raping Africa, and they're able to get those raw
Oh yeah.
materials for pennies on the dollar. So how can we, coming from the West, assist our continental brothers and sisters so they do not continue giving up those raw materials for pennies on the dollar? You see? And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of folks that don't like that.
Of course.
What are they
So
doing?
that
What are these Negroes doing over here talking about the price? The price just went up. The price just went up, huh?
oh yeah.
T said on code is unity, and unity is strength. Correct, T. What up, Digital Dre? I see you. What up, baby boy? I'm over here reading from the book. I hope everybody get the book.
Hold up. As a matter of fact, while I got you here,
I'm listening.
I'm going on the website right now, Amazon and ordering it. So just be patient with me.
No, go ahead. I'm gonna just hang out with the rest of the folks while
I
you
have
do
to
that.
put my technology glasses on.
Your spectacles. I got you. I can't talk. I got bifocals on myself.
Okay.
All right, let me read number 2 while you're doing that. All right, number 2. Non-white people are people who have been classified as non-white. Put yourself on mute too, baby. Let me see. I'll put you on mute. Just let me know when you're ready to talk. There you go. Let's see, where was that? As non-white and or who generally function as non-white in their relationships with each other and with people classified as white. In all of the 9 major areas of activity includes economics, education, entertainment, law, labor, politics, religion, sex, and war. So that's the classification of non-whites. T said we have to watch out for corporate mercenaries too. Absolutely. Number 3, white supremacists, racists, are people who classify themselves as white and who generally function as white and who practice racial segregation based on white and non-white classifications against people classified as non-white at any time, in any place, in any one or more of the 9 activities, areas of activities, including economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war. So those are the three classifications. White people, number two, non-white people, and number three, white supremacists. That's it. That's all.
Okay, it's the United Independent Compensatory Code / System Concept Textbook.
That's it. Don't let your order.
Right, hold on.
Go ahead. Put you back on mute. Yeah. So they get to classify everybody, and we basically are subject to these classifications, whether we like it or not. The only way we get a chance to change these classifications as is that we take control of the planet and start administering justice on this planet. Then once we in a position to do that, then we will be in a position to reclassify everybody on the planet. Until then, we can't do it. You have to be able to bring justice to the planet in order to take them out of power and set up a system that's truly based off of justice. And then we can reclassify everybody. Anybody got any concerns about what I just said? Anybody? No? Nobody have anything? All right, let me read the areas then. Area 1, economics, which means the correct distribution of and or balance between all animals. Do they not classify all the animals? Persons, places, plants, things, etc. Economics is the correct sense in the sum total of all of the thought, speech, and or action used to produce maximum efficiency in revealing truth in the manner that promotes the establishment of justice and correctness in all areas of activity. So basically, they have commandeered the whole planet, is what that means. And they have reclassified everything and renamed everything, right? And they have taken control of all of the earth resources. Let me put you on mute again. They have taken control of all of the earth's resources, and that's what they set out to do, because they need to be able to be in control of everything in order to bring about this new order. Okay, and that new order is a what I want to say, an albinoid world without us here. That's what they would like to see. And they pretty much all either they agree with it, they've signed on to it, and they participate with it to maintain it, right? Provide cover for it all around the world. And they've also got other non-whites to buy into it, i.e. Hispanics, Asians, okay? Folks down there in India, they have convinced them to participate in it, not knowing that it's not for them. The new order is not for them. But they'll utilize their numbers, okay? That's what they're doing, utilizing their numbers. So these are the things we need to know as a people in order to have some form of pushback. So your whole responsibility on this planet at this time is to try to administer justice on a planetary scale, because that's how the planet used to be when we was in charge of everything. Okay. Any questions? Any questions? What will what will reclassify look like it being up identity issues that non-white and black folks always bicker over? Yeah, I get what you're saying, Jay, but the thing is, um, the reason why these things are taking place is because we don't have one particular code that we live by. So black folks are all over the place. Okay, so of course we gonna bicker. They gonna bicker. It seems like they're bickering, but behind closed doors, they getting it done. It's kind of hard for them to fight all these wars and keep their foot on our neck too, right? They in Africa, they in Asia, they everywhere. They got bases all over the world. Okay, they got they're not mercenaries, but they're what's those people that do the they're religious people. I forgot what they call them. They got them all over the world too. They send them in first to kind of figure out what's going on as far as the political climate, and then the soldiers will come in. Oh, they stay on code. Yeah, they stay on code no matter where they are, and they stay on code no matter what the language is. Right? It could be Italian, German, French, Portuguese, right? Um, English, Dutch. All of them can stay online. I mean, stay on task, and they communicate with each other behind the scenes, and in code. Yes, sir. To restore this planet back to that's right, homeostasis. Um, that's what we should be working toward. That's why we all have to be on the same page. Of course, at this point, we don't know because if you don't understand what this uh, um, evangelist, yeah, I guess you could say evangelist. Yeah, they take their evangelists and go out, uh, and they're more like spies. That's all they are. Don't get it twisted. They bring you the Bible, right? And then they report back. All they gotta do is have spies in the mix. Okay. Let me see what time we got. All right, we're gonna read number 2, which is education. Then we're gonna take a few questions, and then we're gonna get out of here so I can get to the gym. All right. Area number 2 is education, which means the process of learning all things about all things. I need to read that again. Education is area number 2, which means the process of learning all things about all things. Now, do we go to school to learn all things about all things? Or do we go to school to get a degree? A degree. You get 1 degree of knowledge. They going to school to learn all things about all things. You see why we behind? And or the process of learning all things about one thing. Oh, I got to read that again too. And or the process of learning all things about one thing. Now, what do you say about that? That is profound. And or the process of learning all things about one thing. Do they not study us? They know us really well. We don't know them.
And all things about one thing, us.
Yes. We don't study, see. We
Because
don't
they're
know
gonna
them that
study
well.
themselves and they're gonna keep studying their self, but they're gonna make sure
Yes.
they study us.
Oh yeah. Yes. Because they want to know why we had a superior gene and they don't.
Yeah.
Okay. So they're gonna study us, and that's why they put a lot of money into studying us. Okay. And time. Where we, on the other hand, we don't study them at all,
Exactly.
and wonder why we're losing.
Oof.
It's
I,
quite
I can't
simple.
wait to I can't wait till I get to that answer.
Oh, hey,
That
we got
that
all the
answer
answers.
what you just said.
We got all the answers right here. We holding all the answers. We holding all the cards that we need to
That
get back in a position of justice.
yes, that is the most ultimate question that a lot of us do not even think about and probably ask themselves. I wonder why we're losing.
Yeah, that's true. I've always asked myself that, and of course, those are tough questions to ask. But luckily for us, we've had some really good scholars, some really good ancestors, some really good elders, and they have sat down and thought about these uh, questions and have given us a blueprint for liberation. We just got to be the ones to pick up the books and read them
True.
and implement them. Okay, we got Amos Wilson, we got Dr. Ben, Dr. Clark, we got Chancellor Williams. Okay, we got some of everybody. So we have all the information we need. We got Martin, we had Malcolm. Okay, we had the best of everybody. Garvey. Now, why we don't know these people and don't know their works? That's the problem. We supposed to been out of this mess. Okay, but if they keep us to the point where we just hand to mouth, we ain't got time to be reading about these type of subjects when you too busy trying to feed yourself and keep your lights on. That's why I am always a student. Me too. That's why you see your boy,
Yeah.
your boy, your boy didn't broke out the books. We have masters. Yeah, we had the masters, but now here we are. We the new elders. All right. Most of us are in our 40s, 50s, and
Oh
60s
yeah.
that come over here. So we the new elders. Now, what do we do from here? We've had all the greats before us that was born. I think most of them was born in the 20s. Okay. Most of them are passing now. 20s and 30s, 40s. Yeah, 20s, 30s, and 40s. Most of those elders are passing now, and they become an ancestor. They're transitioning on. So now it's our turn. So I'm doing what I can, right? And I'm not bringing anything new. I'm showing you where the information comes from. So when you hear me talking, just because I may not cite the sources, but I have committed a lot of this stuff to memory. So it's part of my personality now. So when I'm speaking about the greats. So I ain't just coming with feelings and this is what I think and this is how I feel. It ain't like that. When I'm talking, it sounds like it's me, but actually it's coming from the greats. And this is where we all should get to. Okay. We should all aspire to that. Let me read a little bit more about education, and then we're going to take a few questions. Um, it's all in, if all is known about one thing, then all is known about all things. I need to read that again. If all is known about one thing, then all is known about all things. Ooh, that's
Kind of
profound.
understand it, but I got to keep thinking on that.
You see why I said let me read it again? Let me read it again because I got to read it again. I done read
I
this
know
book all know how many
I
times.
it's in here, but it's stuck and it won't come out for understanding.
Let
So
me read it. Let me read it again slower. If all is known about one thing, so that means if you know something, you know everything there is to know about one subject.
yes.
Everything there is to know. Then all is known about all things.
Yes.
See, so that means you would have to. We would really have to study what's going on in our environment so we can understand who we really dealing with. Because the thing that we don't study is the enemy.
I
We'll
thought
study.
so. That's what I thought so, because that was in my mind, just what you said.
Yeah,
But
because
I
just think
didn't want
about
to
it.
say it.
No, it's okay. It's okay. This is a learning thing. We all want to learn. That's the reason why I want to just be more than just up here talking and y'all hear
Yeah.
me screaming and fussing. I want to be able to keep us on task. Um, because we'll go to school to learn math. We'll go to school to
Yeah.
learn how to write, how to speak English, and how to write English. You know what is it? Reading and arithmetic, writing and arithmetic. We'll go to learn that. But when it comes to learning our enemy, so we can produce justice on this planet, we kind of fall short when it comes to that.
Mhm.
But at the same time, they're studying us. Don't be talking about deep, sweet berry. Let's see what else he has here. Because all things are interrelated. So everything is connected to everything, in other words. So if you understand one thing through and through, then everything is related. That means it'll probably be a little bit easier for you to understand other areas of activity. Okay. All right. This one's short. So education was short. Let's read this number 3 and then we'll leave it there. Entertainment, which means any activity that is desired and or enjoyed, which means any activity that is desired and or enjoyed. So anything that we like doing can be used against us. So we like to dance. What do they say about us in dancing? They sure like to dance. Look at them. And then when a lot of us was still going through the slave enslavement process, what did the master like to do when he wanted to be entertained? What would he do? No ideas. Just think of the movie Roots. When the master wanted to be entertained, what did he do? He called down to the slave quarters and he asked for chicken. He asked for a rooster. And what would Rooster do? Rooster would come up with his violin and he would start singing and dancing to entertain the master. And then all of the little niggas would come and dance and perform to entertain the master. Right?
Yes.
So anything that we like doing can be used against us, in other words. And that's what
Yeah.
they did.
All of it.
Okay.
All. Yeah. True.
Include that which is just and unjust. There you go. See? To us, it was something that we like doing, but they was using it as a form to entertain them. Okay. Like, who are we to entertain you? You get me? And that which is correct and that is incorrect. So what I use that one when it comes to entertainment, it's a legitimate craft. Being an actor, being a singer, being a dancer, being a performer, it's a legitimate craft, but it could be polluted and it could be used against us, i.e., the depiction that you would see on any movie. What do we usually depict it as? Criminals, drug dealer, the robber,
Oh
the
my
car,
God.
the carjacker,
Yes.
and the women would be the prostitute. She's the
I
bed
don't even.
wench.
Oh gosh. I don't even look
All
at
right.
TV anymore. I don't look at it. I
Yeah.
just don't.
And the reason why you don't look at it is because these very things that I'm saying.
Yeah. Yes.
So he just said that it could be something that we consider to be correct, but it could be turned into something to be what do you say, incorrect, and that's what they've done. Now The acting profession is a honorable profession. Dancing is honorable. Singing is honorable, right? Even comedians telling jokes is honorable. But even all of that stuff has been um, perverted. The music, right?
Yes.
Right? We all N
Yes.
words and B's, right?
Yes.
It's all about drugs and guns, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's all about shooting each other, though, not about the enemy.
Exactly.
So they didn't perverted our music. At one time we used to have conscious rap, which was great. I used to
Oh
love it,
yeah.
especially in the
Yeah.
70s and 80s. Yep, you're right, T.
Yeah.
In that case, God will have to be our subject matter. Exactly. Well, yeah, God and the albinoid devils. We have not studied them. We have not studied them. Okay. That's why they're gonna always be ahead of us because they take time to study us, but we don't study them. Okay. So we're gonna take questions, but I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna leave it at number 3, which y'all remind me where we left off at, because I'm gonna forget.
Yeah,
If we
you
was on
gotta wait
page.
until my book come before you start this
No, we
class
need we
again.
you're gonna have to reread it several times because look how
True
many
that, true.
look how much we got as far as the
Right.
code. Look how
Okay.
much we got.
Okay.
This gonna take us a half a lifetime to get down pat.
Okay.
But I use a lot of this, okay? But it's gonna take us a minute. But once you start learning um, the way he lays this out, you really only need some of it, and then you can start seeing the code materialize, especially when you go out in public. Now, I've used some of this stuff a lot, especially when I'm dealing with non-melanated folks, and they be surprised to see me when I'm using it. I give y'all a yeah, you love conscious rap. I do too, Sweet Berry. I love it. I still listen to some of it right now. X Clan, people like that. Poor righteous teachers, you know. They must dishonor us in order to make themselves appear honorable. Exactly.
Yeah, it's true.
Um, I'm gonna give y'all what it say. Excuse me. But it is good to read and break it down in a small group like this. Exactly. So we can all get on code. So when you go out, you'll see other folks, and you won't just say, "This is why this is good." When you see other folks that look like you have melanated skin, don't mean they on code. You may have to watch out for these people. Okay,
Oh
their
yeah.
act their actions are gonna prove that they're your people or not.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now I'm gonna give y'all a one. I'm gonna give you a story on when I've had this book. You see, it's kind of old. I've had this book. I don't know how many years. How many years have I?
What's the name of the book?
Same book I've been having.
Oh, okay.
I've had this. Let me see. When did I get this? I want to say something 2009, something like that. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, all skin folks are not kin folks. You're right, James. It seems like it's one of those books that one must read multiple times. Like, yep, the keys, colors, accents, papers, exactly. What edition is that, Ham? It's the. I think he only got this one, so you don't have to worry about the edition. I think it's only got this one. Or if not, just get the newest revision, newest edition. I mean, let me see. Oh, he got his address in here, so let me see. Does he got a website? Maybe you can write him directly. It say Neely Fuller Jr., 905 6th Street, Southwest. I guess that's 21. Let's see, 212B. Guess that's the PO box. Washington D.C. 20024, and he has a phone number. Phone number is 202-484-5461. So y'all can always listen to that on the playback. But that's what he has in here. So maybe you can contact him and get you an autographed copy. Maybe I'll contact him too, see if I can get another autographed copy of this book. But let me tell you my story. I think I've told it before, but I'm gonna tell it again. Um, when I first started trucking, right, and I got into the tanker business, I had two trainers. One was Italian, and the other one was Puerto Rican. Right now, I don't have a problem with other folks because I know who I am. Right, so I can be in other folks' proximity, close proximity, and represent Black people well. So I've always heard when I'm around them like that, hey, you are you're a real cool cat. And when I hear those type of words, what I take it from that is you not like the rest of them.
Yep. There you go.
That's what I when they're talking to me. This is what I'm hearing. Okay, you're better than the rest of them. You're different.
I use that
Okay,
as a learning experience to
exactly,
gain knowledge.
exactly. So
Give
this
me
is
knowledge and I'm gonna give it back to my people.
how are those gangster cousins of yours doing? Yeah, they doing all right. So
Yes.
after they trained me, right, I passed everything with fine colors, right. So
Mhm.
because we in a close environment, because we had to be inside the truck together for a week at a time, right. So for a whole week, they since they was the trainers, they would sit on the passenger side. I was on the driver's side, and I was driving, and they basically instructed me on how to do the job. So of course I did everything like I was supposed to do. I passed everything with flying colors, right? Graduated, boom. Now I'm in the truck by myself, no trainer, right? So one day I'm in the yard and I'm on the day shift, right? I think it was one other brother on the day shift, and then we had two brothers that work on the third shift or the night shift.
Mhm.
So the two guys on the night shift, I would always talk to them in the yard before I left out in the morning. So we would all be in the yard talking. Day shift. I mean, I'm on day shift, they're on the night shift. So we sitting there just talking, talking, talking. And it's still dark out because we started work at 4:30. Okay. All of a sudden I see the trainer, right? We're gonna say his name was Paul. So we see Paul the trainer. He's and he can't really see because he wear glasses as well. He's an older guy. He's in his 50s. Big dude. He like 6'4", 300 pounds. Italian dude. Coolest, cool as a fan, right? But those are the ones you got to watch out for. All right.
Mhm.
So he's coming toward us, and
Oh yeah.
he says, Charles. So me and the other two brothers that's standing there talking, ain't none one of our names Charles. So nobody said anything. He said it again, Charles. Now he's walking toward us, but keep in mind it's 4:30 in the morning, so it's still dark outside. So he finally gets up to where we are, and he realized Charles is not there. So Charles was another new guy, was a brother, and he let him borrow his safety vest. Okay, so he wanted it back. So neither one of us was Charles. He said, "Oh man, I thought you was Charles." He was talking to me. I guess Charles had the same type of stature as I do, right? So he said, "I thought you was Charles." I said, "Nah, I'm not Charles." Right? Then he paused. Now there's all four of us standing there. So he paused for a few seconds and he thought about it. And then he said, "Well, you know, y'all all look alike." I literally lost I literally lost my breath. My heart skipped a beat almost. Boy, I'm thinking to myself, what? So the first thing I did, now this is why this code is important. I'm finna show y'all.
Mhm.
Normally before I understood about the code, I would want to hit him in the head with a hammer. Okay, because you're gonna need something big for this big old Italian. Okay. So normally I want to fight. I'd have been yelling, screaming. I'd have been in my feelings. I'd have been,
Mhm.
all that. But the fact that I knew this code, first thing I did was look at the other two brothers that I was standing with, and both of them laughed. Why did they laugh? Why do you think they laughed? Give me an idea. Why
Yeah,
do you think they laughed?
I know, but it won't come out.
What you mean you know? Come on, it's to help everybody in the chat. It's a bunch of us
You
here.
talking about the two brothers?
The two brothers I was standing there talking to, both of them laughed. Why did they laugh?
They wasn't on code, really.
Thank you.
They wasn't on code because if it was me on my job, straight up, I would have did it professional, but I would have told them like it is. I look, I keep that going right there, but it's professional. I don't
Let me
play.
see. Let me see what Sweet Berry said. I
Oh,
have witnessed white people say that about every racial group but white folks. That's true.
oh yeah.
To, to keep their job.
I
Tom's.
mean, yeah, I'm telling you, I don't bite my tongue. One thing when I was young, my daddy instilled in me, you never let a white person know you need your job. And I'm thankful for that because I was able to speak my mind because I have been taught you came here looking for a job, you leave looking for one. So, like I said, I'm thankful to Allah that I am in a situation or I have got accustomed or got myself to the point where I can speak my mind, but it's professional because I have an issue with one white guy. And it's another sister. I speak up more than her. And he say little in the window things about oh black this. And I was straight up, I was like, I was very professional. And I said, can I ask you something? Are you racist? And it threw him for a loop. And I said, because whenever you see me or any other black women around, you come in the office and all this Marvin Gaye shit. That's the way I say, but it's very nice. I said, all this Marvin Gaye shit and all this soul sister shit. I said, why you don't go in when there's a lot of group of white women's in there? I said, let me tell you something. Don't come in my office with this bullshit. They think I'm mean. They think I'm mean because I'm straight up. And when it comes to like this pandemic, they think nothing won't touch them on their ass. And I tell them like this, I'm like, look, get your ass out of my office. I need 50 feet from you.
That's right.
And the other girl, the other sister, they all up on her. And I always ask her, I said, why do you allow them to get all up on you? I said, because they all out in the public and they think nothing will kick them in the ass.
Yeah. They will get you in. They will
You
get you
know,
sick on purpose.
and
as,
so I
as
tell
well.
them just like this. I say, look, you come in my damn office, don't be getting in my face like you want to kiss me because you're going to get a can of Lysol in your damn mouth. I mean, that's the way I talk to them, but it's very nice and professional.
I got you.
So now they won't even come in my office because I'm like, when I sit in my office, I don't associate. I don't go to anybody's office because they know I don't play with them. And when they do something, everybody office is distant. So, sometimes I'm loud. And when I go off, I tell them all about themselves. And they know I'm telling the truth. So I don't hear any comments because, like I said, I'm not hood, I'm not ghetto, but I'm professional with it. I feed them with their own spoon.
Right.
That they try to feed us with.
All right, now let me give you the code.
Okay. Give it to me.
Let me read a few of these things in the comments. What should you have said is how that HR department. Okay. Jay got the different additions in there, so I guess get to 2016. Sweet Bear says, so true, curly girl. because secretly them white boys feel the same way. We all look alike. That's true. 50 feet. I like that. Um, this is what I did. I looked at the two brothers and I saw that they laughed. So it let me know that they was off code. I stopped talking just to hear what the brothers was gonna say behind that. So they just kind of like laughed it off, and we went on back to talking about what we was talking about. So they went on and got in their cars because remember they was there from the third shift. So they pulled out and they left. So I purposely waited around in the yard where it wasn't nobody but me and the big Italian. And I went over to him in his truck, and he was working on something on the side or whatever. And I walked up to him. I say, Paul. He said, yes, Rakim. I said, let me talk to you. He turned around and I reached up and put my arm around him and I whispered in his ear, as long as I work here, don't you ever say anything racist in my presence. Do you understand? If you could have saw how red he turned. And he paused, he looked at me to see was I serious. And when he see I was serious, he said, I didn't know I offended you. I said, well, the other guys may not, you know, may not think nothing of it. I said, but as long as I'm here, don't you ever say anything like that again. Do you understand me? And he said, yes, sir. Now keep in mind, he older than me. Now, he agreed. And after that, the man literally, when he see me coming, he would go the other way. Wasn't nobody around to hear it. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't get loud. None of that. I said it in a calm, soft voice. Okay. Now, not only did he stay away from me, he stayed away from me for 2 whole months. He told every white guy that worked there, they all avoided me for about 2 months. Why do you think they avoided me?
Basically, they didn't know how to come back after you. They didn't even know you put them in a position. Probably they didn't know how to come to you. Any how
Yep.
can I say it?
Yep.
Uh, you took him in another level where they have to respect you. I can't play with him. I have to respect him. I have to do just only business when it comes to business wise with him. That's
Yeah,
well.
I see what you're saying there, Donnie D. Yeah, it's a little off code, but it was effective. Before I'd have wanted to fight and I'd have been yelling and screaming and it wouldn't have been pleasant. So yeah, it's a little off code, but it was effective
Mm-hmm.
and it got them all on point, which is good
Yeah.
because now they won't be saying stuff like that to just regular folks. Because when folks
Right.
just laugh, like, man, our brothers is off code. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? And then ultimately we got back cool. He came and apologized again a couple months later, right? And all was forgiven. But you still at some point have to let them know it's a little off code, but the fact is we still have something. Most time people would just kind of either play it off because without the code you would just sit there and just laugh. Most people don't confront it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and if
True.
and then when you do, if you
That's
do
true.
confront it, it's because you let it build up, right?
Exactly.
You've been accepting it for so many times
Mm-hmm.
over and over again, and you just get so frustrated and tired of it. Then you explode. That's normally what we do as melanated people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's normally what happens.
And then the thing about it is when you put these
What's
white
up, Thunder? Go ahead, listen.
when you put these white supremacists in their place, and you're not what they expect or they want you to be. Oh, you're no fun. Oh, you just always this. No, I was never fun. I'm all about, I don't play your way, but I
Right.
feed you with the same spoon you try to feed me with. I talk the same talk that you try to talk to me, you know.
Right.
So
Well, yeah. Well, you want to do it a little bit more by you being a female. You would be better off just kind of staying your distance from them
yep.
and start documenting these things.
Yes.
Time, dates, and names.
Yes.
Start building a case. A lot of
Yep.
times we can go about this at that level. Oh, just let them be as racist as they want to be, and just start
Mm-hmm.
documenting it. Okay, at 5:30, John said this, and this. All black people look alike.
Mm-hmm.
On Tuesday at 4 o'clock, he said, go over there and eat some watermelon chicken.
Look, I might need to operate that CELL video every time they walk in the office.
Exactly. If you do it, then you have to stand on it. What you do, what you or say.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, I know most of them don't actually get confronted. Remember now, he
Yeah.
trained all three of us. That's the reason why he felt comfortable enough to say that to us. Okay, he trained me and the other two guys. So because he's been in close proximity to us, at least 7 days in the truck, just me and him, we start talking and we get to know each other. So he feels comfortable. That's why he felt that he could say that. But he thought about it. So uh, it was definitely meditated. Okay, he thought about it because he paused, then he said it. So I took that as that he kind of assessed the fact that he taught all of us, and he probably felt, oh, they all cool, and he could get away with that. He thought we was gonna laugh it off, but something like that you don't laugh off. Sorry, by any means necessary. That's what's up, T. Work with administration before just use the same wording on their policy. Exactly. Yep, you can go by the employee handbook and look up under whatever that would be classified as. I don't know if it's harassment, whatever, racial tolerance, and all that. Always document everything. Absolutely. And I would definitely suggest that for the women. Me and we always got that
Need something
underlying
else.
that underlying threat of violence. So uh, I know he didn't want to fight because he would have lost. You know what I mean? Wasn't gonna be no question about it because I'd have hit him in the head with a pipe wrench. One of the big ones. You know what I'm saying? So he wasn't gonna win no battle with me. And he wouldn't even see it coming.
And
Workplace racism.
it's
Exactly.
it's so amazing how some of us do not know or do not recognize hidden white racist supremacists. It's so hidden deep. And one of the sisters that's in my office, I pay attention to them. I see the things that they do. And I asked her, and I called her name. I said, "You don't know so and so? Do you realize he's racist?" She said, "For real?" And then I had to break it down to her what he do. I say,
Well, she
"He
didn't
do
she
this."
didn't notice it?
No. I'm like, "You don't recognize what he do when this happened, and this happened, and this happened?" She said, "For real?" I'm like, "Lord have mercy." I said, "Yes." I said, "Pay attention." I have to tell her to pay attention to these people,
Yes.
because I'm a lot older than her.
Okay.
I'm like, "Girl, pay attention to these
You
people."
probably going alone to get along.
Yes.
That's probably what it
Yes.
is.
Oh
That's
my
exactly what it
gosh.
is. Always document. They are scared. Yep, we got to document stuff and start using it against them. Record it
Yes.
if you have to. Once you tell them you have recording then they are looking over their shoulder. Exactly. That's called a refined racist. They know, they pretend they don't know to get along, to get exactly. Just say that. Exactly. So a lot of folks, we can start building cases against these folks and start going at these folks' money. We don't really necessarily have to sit up here and take that. We can just let them go along with their little racist remarks and just document that. And once we got enough evidence, then we can go to HR and just take, hey, we could take this all the way to court, or y'all could just pay me.
Yep. HR is my friend. Because I tell you what, when they say something, I go to HR and I ask information. I ask questions because they had to make me hot one day. They tried to that was like a couple of years back. They all of a sudden put 3 people under me. So I was supervising the 3 people. Of course, they changed policy because, government is politician.
Mm-hmm.
So they changed the policy, and they changed your work, not duty, or the head, whatever job description or whatever. So I didn't realize that I was supervising over 3 people. And I thought about it. I say, hell no. I say, this damn woman, she's supervising 1 person, and she freaking salary. I have 3 people under me, and I still hit that clock. I said, bullshit. So I started stirring up the whole damn department. Everybody was wondering why in the hell the human resource wanted them to redo their job description. I was like, oh shit, I didn't dare.
Yeah, that's okay.
I'm like,
why
yeah.
work? Yeah, why let them work you to death?
I said, yeah. So I went into one of the offices because we have to work in different offices. And she say, yeah, they done bust me back. All because you went to human resource. I said, no, I went to human resource for myself. So her ass, she was salaried with 1 person under her. She got to hit that damn clock now. And I'm salaried. I got 3 people under me. I'm salaried now, but she got to hit that clock. And I don't care. I don't care what she do. She gotta touch that clock. I don't.
That's her problem. Let me read some of these chats. Some of our people just don't know how to pay attention. That's true. If HR don't do anything, call and report Better Business Bureau. Okay. Their women are just as racist when they turn them down. Yeah. The women are in cahoots, and they definitely keep white supremacy afloat. So they are in cahoots together.
Yes, okay? They do.
But you got to be on guard about both of them, especially the women. Especially the women.
Okay? Yes.
That's why I try my best to stay away from them. Period.
Okay.
And I seem to be a magnet for them. Every time I look around, they smiling and blinking and winking and switching their little flat asses. I'd be like, look at her. You think somebody like this? Girl, if you don't get your albino self on up out of here. But I have to play nice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe just a switching over, just as flat as it can be. Yeah, I know. I'd be all over the country too, so I'd be seeing them everywhere, especially when I go to some of these little small places. Alabama, Louisiana, freaking the Carolinas. Oh my God. It's crazy. Be down there in Mobile and Birmingham. That's all I see. They be looking at me like, we wearing all this African stuff, but they be looking at me like, who is this dude? Shoot. And they be having enough nerve to say something to me.
Yes, they do.
One girl told me like, I was in there buying a Red Bull and a bag of potato chips, and and some and a Hershey's chocolate, and then she gonna say, "Is that all, sir?" I say, "She's at the truck stop. You know, it's mostly always at the truck stop." Okay. I say, "Yes, ma'am. That'll be all." Right. Then she gonna say, "I'm not giving you a bag." And I was like, "Excuse me?" And she was like, "Yeah, I'm not giving you a bag." And so, okay, so now I see, okay, this is her version of flirting, huh? Okay, cool.
Yes.
So guess what I told her? Well, I don't need you to give me a bag, ma'am. If I really want a bag, I'll come back there and take one. That's what I told her. She was like, I might like that. I was like, whoa.
I heard it before.
I said, that's all right. I'll walk out with the shit in my hand.
I heard a woman say that in a service station to a brother. I was laughing. I was hurting inside. I'm like, they straight up with it now.
Yeah, just flat out, just
Woo!
I'm not giving it to you. What? Who you talking to? Yo, this ain't nothing to play with over here. That's not like play with.
Oh, look, the brother said, "Don't make me spank you." She said, "I might like that."
Yeah, I might like that. What? Like, if you don't get your 50 different shades of red up out of here. I can only imagine, Sweet Berry. Yeah, it's a trip, guys. But that's why I say you have to be on code because I do not trust them.
Yes.
Period.
Oh goodness.
I don't trust them. Period.
I don't either. I promise you. I promise you because when I was in 6th grade, that what made me wake up to them. 6th grade. 6th grade. When 6th graders know to say, "I don't like niggers. Do you like niggers?"
What? Oh my God.
6th grade. Because of the color of my skin, they wanted me to come over to their side. I don't like it. And I'm like, oh, hell no, I can't do this. I can't deal. No. I'm in the, no. Yeah, they being taught at an early age. They know.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I was saying we need to catch our kids at 6.
That's yes.
Them white kids be knowing about white supremacy, and as soon as they come up out the womb.
And that was deep when they said that.
Yeah, I believe that.
6th grade, that was deep.
They practice it even earlier. They practice it at 5.
So my kids, some of my family, they think I'm pro or whatever, have a complex. But when you experience something at a young age and you study these people and you've eaten with these people and you've spent the night with these people and you know deep thoughts, nobody can tell me nothing.
Yeah.
You can't tell me nothing.
Yeah, it definitely starts at a young age.
And the way I look at it, this is the way I look at it. You might have a white friend and you might tell them their secrets. They might come to your barbecue. But you got to realize they got white people, white relatives. It's the same because you and I talking, I can tell my sister, hey, I was on the internet talking to so-and-so. I'm telling my black sister. You see what I'm saying? But when it comes to these white people, they have their white chain of people. So that's why I don't trust. I just don't. Because they have friends that they tell when they talk to their black friend.
Of course. Absolutely. And they learn this at a young age, like I said, because even when I took my little niece to the jumping trampoline place a couple weeks back, at that time, she was probably the only little girl that was there around 6 years old that was black. It was a whole lot of little white girls right around her age. And she came up to me and she was like, well, nobody would play with me. And I told her, I said, well, I'll play with you.
Yep.
But I knew what she meant, though.
Uh-huh.
Because she basically is a sweet, sweet little kid, and there's a bunch of little girls, white kids, they're her age, and will none of them play with her, and she's
Oh
only
yeah.
6. So why won't they play with her? Because they supposedly don't supposed to know nothing about race at that age, but they
Yes.
do, and it just showed you that my niece didn't know. So when we got to the car, I
Yes.
explained it to her why nobody wanted to play with her.
Yes.
See,
And that's the thing about it. We're not teaching ours. That's why they're confused and say, why they won't play with me? But they being taught.
yeah, exactly. That's
They
why they
have
didn't
been
play with her.
taught.
They
Yes.
purposely stayed away from her. And so when we got back to the car, away from everybody, then I explained to her what it was happening. I said, "Well, the reason why they didn't play with you is because you don't look like they look.
Mm-hmm.
So uh, you have to get your mind around the fact that you have to play with little girls that look like you."
Yeah.
And she was like, "But, no, no buts. That's the way it is." Okay. If you notice,
Oh yeah.
you tried to play with a few of them. They ain't had nothing. They didn't want to have nothing to do with it. They was
Mm.
running away. They was kind of running away from her like she was
Oh yeah.
like a puppy finna attack them or something.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. Oh
The
yeah.
more I learn about them, the more I want to separate from them. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Separation is really the key. But even though we separate from them, we still have to study them.
Yes.
All right. We passed our time. Any more questions before we get up out of here? We'll come back. Remember, we left off on entertainment. Any questions before we get up out of here? You got any questions before you get up out of here, Curly Girl?
None whatsoever. I didn't talk myself. I'm tired. I'm sleepy too now.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I'm going to the gym after this.
See, I already been there. Been there. I've been there when I got off of work, so I'm good.
Okay, I'm just gonna go there. I just wanted to wait till it
Enjoy
got
it.
later. That way, when nobody be there, and I could,
Yeah.
put my mask on. I got my little sports mask that I could breathe while I'm working out. So I'm only gonna be in there for an hour. And I'm gonna come back, take a shower, lay it
Okay.
down. Cause I don't think I gotta be there at no certain time tomorrow.
Well, you got to
So I could,
get you a gym. And look, they always say it start in your garage. That's where I got my gym, in my garage.
oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, the gym is really right
Yes.
down the street. I could walk down there, but
Yeah.
no questions, huh? Okay, well, we're gonna get up out of here. Go ahead, let you go, Curly Girl. I appreciate you. I'm glad you came on. Now you know how to
All
do
right.
it.
Yes,
Get your
indeed.
phone together, and we won't probably get everybody to definitely get our book, and then I could bring y'all on, and we can let you all read a few, and we can chop it up on what y'all think it means, and just have this more of an interaction or
That'll work.
interactive. That way we can learn our code as well as learn about current events as we get prepared to repatriate to the African continent. Then
Yes.
once we get there, then we'll show y'all the fun videos.
All right then.
All right. So good night, sweetie.
All right,
Appreciate you coming on. Appreciate you coming on.
everybody.
All right.
Also, alaikum to any Muslims.
That's right. We'll look at my salon.
All
All
right.
right. Bye bye. There she go. Yeah, we appreciate her coming up. She was a good sport. But we got to get everybody to get the book. And it's a learning process. That's why we have it in a book. We're learning. All right. We don't know code like we should. And I've had this book for years, but we need to get better at it. So that's the reason why I said we need to break it out and start making it part of some of our lessons, as well as current events, as well as other things we want to talk about, and then also talk about the repatriation movement, going back to the motherland. And then once we get there, we'll show y'all more of the business side and the fun side. Okay. But I'm glad you all came. Glad you all tuned in. Yeah. Good night, everybody. And as I always say, I love you all. Your copy looks, yeah, it looks used. It's all ripped up. Got a hole right here. Pages is tough, but hey, this is what it is. All my pages is there. We good. But y'all know I love you. Y'all get y'all book. You can probably get it through Amazon Prime, get it in a few days. So when I'm reading, we can all break them out. I'm gonna invite y'all up. I can read some, y'all can read some, and we can chop it up of what we think it means and how can we apply it in the real world today. So this is a real interaction that we need to be doing. So wherever you go in the world, we'll be on code. And then when we go to Africa, we'll be on code because you see a lot of stuff happening over there. People are off code. That's why things are not going as smoothly as I think they could be going. But we got time. But until next time, peace and African Black Power. Talk to you all. Be safe out there, guys.